On ranches all over North Texas, horses that used to roam free in the wild are now living the domestic life. It's a federal effort to manage the Mustang population. And for horse lovers, it's a rare opportunity to own the animal that helped settle the West. Dan Godwin takes a look in tonight's Fox Forward.
Great to say hello to Megan Parks of Weatherford, Texas, professional photographer and horse enthusiast, and horse trainer Ginger Duke. Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you.
And on the ranch where Megan lives with her husband, there are currently 3 Mustangs who used to live in the wild in Wyoming. These are horses that were not accustomed to human contact, to being ridden, to life inside of fences, but they are making the transition. And Megan, you've had these 3 Mustangs for about a year now. You acquired them through a program run by the Federal Bureau of Land Management, the BLM, their Mustang adoption program. And this is something that any horse owner can do, right?
Yes, they can. It's called Adopt a Living Legend, and they encourage people to take these horses and adopt them and bring them into their home, into their lifestyles. And they're an amazing animal, and anybody can do this. And it's fairly simple process to do. The only rule is you have to keep them for at least a year.
Okay, you've done some work with training your Mustangs, but Ginger has also been very helpful in that regard. What are they like to train, Ginger? How well do they take instruction? I mean, initially, these horses, I would think, would show a lot of resistance, right?
You know, they can. It depends. Depends on the herd they've come from, depends on how long they were in the wild. I would say 3 to 6 months on training them, and it's so rewarding in the end.
And these are horses you describe as hardy because they are accustomed to some pretty rough conditions, of course, out in the wild, dealing with blizzards and getting
They were not pampered, that's for sure. They had to learn to survive on their own, so kind of survival of the fittest is what we like to say.
And for the two of you, these horses are a very important link to the American West, right?
Yes, for me, they're a part of our heritage, and it's something that I personally don't want to see get lost. It's how the West was settled, and to me, it's so important to American history to honor and respect these horses and to keep them alive and to keep them a part of our history today.
So you think ultimately the bond you form with these Mustangs is stronger than it would be for a horse that starts out tame?
I honestly do believe that. I think that they aren't coming from being domesticated and being used to humans in their life every day. So they go from having to survive on their own to looking for you to feed and water them and care for them. So they start to develop such an amazing bond with you because they really start to trust and look for you.
And these horses live in many different situations, right? Farms and ranches, but other places too.
You can have boarding facilities, you can have a small backyard lot if you're able to have horses. You can have large facilities, they're city horses, they're country horses, it doesn't really matter.
They just need love.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, ladies, for the chat. And for more information about the BLM's Adopt a Living Legend program, we've got a link on our website. Just go to fox4news.com.